So knowing me, right? Um, this is a Spider-Man game. This is the sequel to what I personally believe is the best superhero video game of all time, and I could actually be wrong because I haven't played through Spider-Man Miles Morales yet. I've been avoiding spoilers, so please don't spoil anything in the comments. I'll get more into that in a second. But so maybe I'm right. Maybe Miles Morales is the best superhero video game of all time. I could be completely wrong on that. It's still a sequel to it though. This game series is probably the best game series of all time. At least for me, as a huge superhero fan, as a huge Spider-Man fan. But I mean, let's just get right into this. So, where even to begin? So, watching this trailer, it's pretty apparent from the beginning. This is Craven speaking. Oh, and before I get into anything, so obviously spoilers for this trailer. I think that's pretty obvious. But spoilers for the first game, and I mean, this trailer basically spoils anything that I might be talking about that are spoilers from the first game. So, but there aren't any spoilers in here for the second game. So, I personally am not going to spoil it, from Miles Morales. So, I'm not going to spoil anything because I don't know anything. Please be mindful of that in the comments. Someone has already clicked off because they don't want spoilers for the first game. Just avoid spoilers in the comments, please. Um, but I'm not going to be spoiling anything for Miles Morales because I can't. So there you go. If you're sort of afraid of that or anything. So where to begin? So first off, something I'm very, 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 very glad about is this is going to be on the PlayStation 5. I was afraid that if I got a PlayStation, I don't have a PlayStation 5, but if I get a PlayStation 5, I'm like, great, I can play through original Spider-Man, I can play through Miles Morales, but I won't be able to play through whatchamacallit, you know what's called, Spider-Man 2 or Spider-Man 3, whatever comes out. So, Miles Morales released 2 years after Marvel Spider-Man did, but this is only 1 year after. This is less than 1 year after Miles Morales release was the PS5, which is November of last year. I want to say, it's only September, so I know it's not out yet. It's probably not going to release until maybe next year. But still, I mean, the fact we already have a trailer and everything, this is fantastic. I mean, I don't really have much to say about this. It's only a minute long, but the fact that they have this down, they've had the entire story probably written out. I know they have the entire story written out. Probably only now tweaking a few things. But let's just get right into this because I have so much to unpack here. So stuff I didn't like. There's two things. One of them, I was really hoping when zoomed down the alley we'd get to see Craven, but then right after I heard Venom's voice and then we saw his face, I was like, man, I don't even care about Craven anymore. We got Venom. One of them's enough for me. Two might just overload my senses. So I didn't. I would have liked to have seen Craven, but we saw Venom instead, so that's fine. A second thing that I didn't necessarily like was the arms. Now, this is very strange to me because it's not I mean, it very well could be, I guess, be like a super power up or whatever, but it's just I don't know. Like we had the iron arms, and then I think Miles also had a suit where it had arms, but then here was Peter. It's just the advanced suit, but with arms. So I don't it could just try to be showing that off again, but I really hope that's not gonna. Yeah, he's gonna have some weird backpack on his back or anything. I don't think he needs a new suit for this game. I just don't think he does. I mean, I know Batman got a new suit every Arkham game, but I don't know, adding arms and everything. I don't know. The other thing was Miles. So actually, you know what? Hopefully I won't come across any spoilers here, but let me just look up real fastly because I was very confused. So Miles Morales game. All right. What the heck? Okay. Just went all haywire. So yeah, on his original suit from that game, he does not have those red arms or red lines going down his arms. But if I'm not mistaken, advanced suit. There was an advanced suit added in after the game came out. Yeah, yeah. Update adds advanced suit muscles. Alright, that suit is so cool, but it does not have the red arm. Alright, so then this is a new suit. Then yeah, with the red lines going down his arms, that's actually a new suit for Miles. So that's really cool. Very cool. So Miles is getting a new suit, but it doesn't look like Peter will. But for what it's worth, I like the red lines. I think they look a little puffy from what I remember. I'm not looking at it right now, but they seem to be about that. They seem to be kind of like padded, which I don't necessarily like, but the actual like red lines going down his arms, it's pretty cool. Um, what else to talk about? So, not really much to analyze here. It's weird. It says like footage captured on the PS5, but this looks like a cinematic trailer. Like this doesn't look like actual gameplay or a cutscene or anything. So I don't know why that's weird. But just something to comment on. It's kind of brutal when they like web the one guy, smack him into the ground. I don't know. That seemed kind of harsh, but I'm nitpicking. Yeah. So let's just get into what I think the story will be and everything. So I think that we can play as Venom. I think it'd be really cool if like you're swinging around, just you can really feel the force, the like controller vibrating and everything, just whooshing through the air as this hulking monster. You run into a wall, just start running on it, but it's like stomp, stomp, stomp. Like think of like the Hulk in the Avengers game. I kind of like rocks, waddles, I guess, from side to side as he's running, stomp, stomp, or right, left, just stomp, stomp. Ow! Just hit myself too much. I stomp, 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 stomp. It's like kind of it's like you know what I mean, like shaking back and forth, kind of like jumping, almost like leaping from like side to side. Not too much, but instead of just running in a straight line, kind of go like right, left, and just putting dents in the wall wherever he runs. Especially if you like swing into the wall, it's a huge impact. You know, like if you like dive bomb from really high up in the games, you like create like a crater in the ground. Yeah, every time he touches the ground, it's a crater. Just but I think playing as him wouldn't be that hard. You need to tweak the moveset a little bit, but I mean like you can even add like the iron arms type of thing, just like tendrils coming out of the back and everything. I think you can make Venom a playable character very easily. Craven, I don't think you need to play as Craven. It has a whole new moveset. He's not a Spider-Man character. However, though, I think it would be interesting if we saw the beginning of the game just from his point of view, and basically kind of like an intro narration from him. It's like, I come to New York City to hunt Spider. But then, and you like hear some like police report or whatever of some like spider thing downtown. He's like, oh yes, one of the two Spider-Man, I crush Spider. Yes, I sound like Rhino. Anyways, and then he heads on down there, and then it's Venom, and then basically like introduced to the controls playing as Venom. You have like a little showdown with Craven. He's too much to run away, and basically it's I won't say all out war between Venom and Craven. My brother and I kind of came up with this idea together, but it's kind of like he's it's basically Craven versus Venom, and the Spider-Men, Peter and Miles, are just doing their best to stop the city from just getting destroyed in the crossfire. I think that'd be really cool, personally. Um, but yeah, so I've talked about this for 7 minutes. I mean, this game's gonna be awesome. Um, Again, I'm really glad it's on the PlayStation 5. I think if you get a PlayStation 5, you'll be able to play through the entire series. I'm assuming they'll do at least 3 games, not including Miles, kind of like the Arkham series did. Like, you know, the main 3 games and Origins. Those maybe it'll kind of be like that, I guess. But I'm just so excited for this game. I don't know if it will be on the PS4. I doubt it will be on the PS4. I think it would be nice. I'm like, there's no reason you can't have a downgraded version. I don't think, but I don't know. It might not be on the PS4. If it isn't, then it isn't. I should probably figure that out before I like go out and try to get a PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, because it's of course it's gonna be much easier to get PlayStation 4. But if I get PlayStation 5, that is just goated. So like I've seen like a video comparing the load times for Miles Morales on the PS4. It might have even been PS4 Pro and PS5, and the PS5 took like 10 seconds to load into the game. PS4 took like 2 minutes or something. And I'm pretty sure I know like the PS4 Pro can run 4K. So can the PS5 run 4K? I'm assuming. Blah blah blah. Okay, yeah. 4K 120 FPS. I don't know what type of TV that is. I don't really care like looking into it right now. I'll do that later. But point is, yeah, it can run at 4K. So that's cool. I think this game is going to be really good. I mean, there's not really much to say. It's going to be a Spider-Man game in this epic series. So, then after that, some other stuff that we got. So I thought this was Square Enix. I thought that this was a Square Enix game, but upon looking it up earlier today, like after seeing the trailer like 2 days ago or whatever, upon looking it up today, I actually found out that Square Enix is not making this game. which makes a lot of sense since I'm pretty sure they're making the Guardians of the Galaxy game and everything, which a story trailer came out for. I've not yet seen it, but no, this Wolverine game is being made by Insomniac, which no offense Square Enix, but you weren't necessarily super successful with your Avengers game. I'm hopeful for the Guardians of the Galaxy game, but like Insomniac has a really good track record when it comes to their Marvel games, so I'm expecting this Wolverine game to be really, really good. It might be rated M for mature. I don't really mind. This is just gonna be a really cool game. I think. Um, Again, it's Insomniac, especially if this is in the Spider-Man universe. Imagine how cool that would be. Like if we got like a Venom versus Wolverine at some point. Man, that would be awesome. But we didn't really get much. It was like less than a minute long. It was just him sitting at a bar. Then the dude walks up behind him and like activates the claws. It's not that much. I think it's gonna be really cool. But like I've no idea what to expect. We don't know what the gameplay is gonna be like. We don't even know what like Logan's face looks like at this point. I can't really talk about this game as much. I don't really know what to expect. Um, Sabretooth will probably be the main baddie. I doubt they'll like pull in too much X-Men stuff. Probably try to keep it mostly Wolverine. But maybe they'll have like Lady Deathstrike in there or something. I don't know. But what I'm thinking about right now, also more exciting for me at least than especially given the Star Wars mood lately, than the Wolverine game. Not as exciting as the Spider-Man game, but more than the Wolverine game. Knights of the Old Republic remake. I know absolutely nothing about Knights of the Old Republic other than the fact that I think, is that like Darth Malgus? Oh, I know Revan, but like is that almost like Malgus? Or because there's also like a game just called The Old Republic and everything. That's like an RPG or whatever. So I don't really like MMORPG or something, but so I don't really know too much about this, but I'm just very excited because I know Star Wars fans across the galaxy love that game, and a remake of this is really cool. Now, I don't know, and I'm actually going to find this out alongside, if you don't already know watching the video, but I'm going to let KOTOR remake creator, because I remember, before I press enter or return or whatever, I remember, for a while, there's been some dude on YouTube uploading little clips that he's been remaking this game in Unreal Engine. I remember one of the videos, like Star Wars Theory, even coming like, bro, this is awesome. Like, you need funding for this and everything. So I don't, this is like gossip time, but maybe Star Wars Theory is partially funding this game. Like, I don't know. I think he has a video on it. I haven't watched it yet. I gotta do that. But oh, wait, it says BioWare, but it is on Wikipedia. But like. No, it's Asper or whatever. Wait, let me see. Remake. No, someone already updated Wikipedia. Dang. But I don't know, like, is this the guy that's been remaking it in Unreal Engine? Um, and, like, this was from July 3rd, 2021, but, August 8th, 2021. But I don't think this is this guy. I mean, maybe it's this guy, but who's making the remake and everything. But that would just be so cool. I'm like, imagine if I think so, I don't follow Cyberpunk or anything, but like I think I saw something like they got fans to work on the game or something, like add patches or whatever. That's so cool. Like if they're letting the fans make games. Not necessarily that is what this is, but that would just be so cool. So yeah, let's see what I've talked about. I've talked about Spider-Man 2. Oh, something about Spider-Man 2. I wasn't necessarily expecting a certain name or anything, but I'm just surprised. Like I was calling it Spider-Man 2. I wasn't necessarily expecting a name other than Spider-Man 2. I am just a little bit surprised they didn't say Spider-Man 2. Or also, like, what if Miles Morales was basically, I know it's shorter and everything, but if that was the 2, like, no, they're basically cementing. Miles Morales was a fill-in game. This is the true Spider-Man 2. This is going to be as long as the first game, if not longer. As big as the first game, if not bigger. Whereas Miles was, like, a lot more small scale. Just, hang in there until we get the second game out. Which makes sense. But the reason all this happened, I meant to say this at the beginning of the video, but I forgot because I'm just so crazy about all this stuff. Is actually, it's really funny. So I go onto my TV, right, and I there's like press home button, there's all the apps. I think it's a Samsung TV, all the apps and everything. and is YouTube. Right, I go to YouTube. And then above it says recommended. It's not recommended. I don't know half these channels. It's what's trending basically. And the first thing is Injustice trailer for the movie. And I remember like seeing this thing a while back, which is cool and all, like the developers talking about it, but or creators talking about it and all. But it's a movie, not a game. So I wouldn't say developers then. But anyway, point being, it was cool and all, but it wasn't a trailer. Now there's a trailer and everything. And yeah, so I click on that and everything. I watched that and everything. Also Moana 2 trailer thing came up, but it turned out to be fan made. It was still cool, but it was fan made. And then I scroll down, or not scroll down, I like press the down button and all. I go down, and then I just see Spider-Man 2 trailer. I'm like, what in the heck, YouTube? Like, you think you wouldn't want, you might want to recommend this? To be fair, I just logged on, but it's like, dude, this needs to be like the top numero uno thing that on trending. It needs to be top numero uno thing in my recommended. My God, I don't even know if I might have seen the Wolverine thing before that, but I was like, when I saw it, I was like, what? And I watched everything. It was mind blown, but it was just, I don't know. It was funny because I saw like the Injustice trailer. I was like, cool and everything. It's Spider-Man 2. So, also talking about Spider-Man 2, Spider-Man 3. No Way Home looks cool. I'm not too excited for it, but especially now with the release news of this game coming out and everything. But yeah, I think No Way Home's gonna look cool. I don't really get why. Hopefully they elaborate it more in the trailer because Doctor Strange kind of like scolds him. And it's like, oh, it's like, dude, are you kidding me? Like you just went along with it, even though Wong told you don't cast that spell, and then he's like, fine, I won't. Wink, and then he does it anyways, and then he like blames Peter Life. So there's probably more to it in the movie. Like I get he's pals with Peter and everything, but like it's kind of weird that he just like is gonna like basically risk the universe like shattering it, sticking together and everything, just to help Peter get his identity and everything. I don't know, but it's so cool, guys. I mean, I'm really excited for all this stuff. Oh yeah, and let's talk about the Injustice movie. It's rated R, which you guys know I'm like, but since it's one of the animated movies, I don't really mind too much. It looks cool. I wonder if they're gonna do everything from Injustice and Injustice 2. Like, there's some stuff like Green Lantern. Like, they're definitely going to dive more into prior to the regime, like basically Superman's build up to the regime, and I don't know what's happening from there. It's just I hope this is gonna do well because the DC anime movies are usually pretty good, I want to say, but like the Long Halloween, I've heard no one talk about that. Hey, like I didn't even talk about the second trailer, or the trailer for part 2, which was rated R, which is weird. For part 1's PG-13. I don't even know if part is wait. I'll look it up again, bro. How about like? What the heck? Why is it not? Hello? It's not working. Oh, okay. There you go. Long Halloween Part 2 release date July 27, actually? Dang, bro. Wow. Alright. I had absolutely no idea about that. There you go, I guess. So, June 22 is the other one. Yeah, it was June, July, August. Yeah, so June comes before July. Be quiet, you do that too. So, yeah, with all that being said, I mean, like, have a great day, keep being awesome, but, sheesh, I mean, like, I'm most excited here for Spider-Man 2. I think that's obvious. But No Way Home looks really cool. Injustice looks alright. Wolverine, don't know much about. Same with Knights of the Old Republic, but, like, since it's a remake, we know more about it, you know what I mean? Not that I necessarily do, but fans in general do. This is just, it's really cool. There's also a new God of War game. I don't follow God of War, but there you go in case you were wondering about that. I'm just so excited, man. Like this is really cool news. But yeah, with all that being said, have a great day. Keep being awesome.